For the right to play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara, we are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Clemson now with a 1st and 10. They begin with Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Clemson, of course, back in the college football playoff for the 4th consecutive year. Champions in the 2016 season. Trying to make it 2 titles in 3 years if they can get things done. On 2nd down now. Jewell. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Cooper now operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Clemson punter out there now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. This is brought in at the 21. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here we go, his first collegiate snap. What a spot as the Tigers come up 1st and 10. They will let him throw here on the very first play. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing on 1st down. Brandon. Open man here, Streets. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think that's an example of how the game speed is different than in practice, because in practice, you might not be going full speed. A lot of guys in shorts coming your way, so it's going to be a big key to see how he adjusts to how the speed really picks up in this game, and if he's able to get rid of the football.
And think about it, Charles. That's the first time he's hit the ground with a sack since his high school days. He played in a couple spring games, but those were non-contact for the quarterback.
Yeah, they're wearing a different color jersey. No one hits the QB, even in the spring game.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and throw for it here. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Brandon. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Brandon. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down. A good throw there, but boy, a tough situation for this offense, for this program, really. When you think about it, Marcus Washington, 4-year starter, came in as a true freshman to lead this team. He's third all-time in passing yards in school history, second in touchdowns, twice an All-American, a Heisman finalist, all that stuff. Never missed a game in his college career, 53 starts, but now he sits and watches as his understudy for the last 4 years finally gets his shot in the leading role. Second and 3. They still can't get it. And it's a touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And LSU has taken the early lead. Defensively, didn't seem like anybody had eyes on the quarterback, and he took advantage.
So you think that maybe we're seeing some pretty good instincts for a young guy? Because that's the thing you worry about. Coming out of college, you're used to getting away with just about anything you want to do. You're just superior. Here, he has to read it, figure it out, and know when it's time to go.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0. After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Clemson Tiger offense have to specify that. They're set for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
On the carry, it's Jewell. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run the counter. Jewell, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The Clemson punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. The Bengal Tiger offense, if we differentiate them, they are set for their next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
The Bengal Tiger offense, if we differentiate them, they are set for their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs. From the gun, Brandon. High throw, but the catch is made. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the hometown guys with a football here to begin this second quarter of play, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch tight, tight ends right. 4 down, 11. Come on, 16. I'm coming, 16. You run. You run.
Rolling to his left. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, a first down run. That sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
First down, Brandon. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. The Tigers of LSU looking for their 4th title in school history. They were champs way back in 1958 and twice in this century so far, 2003 and 2007. Back to the air on 2nd down. Brandon. Quick slant caught by Streets. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down. LSU with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Brandon. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Off the play fake. Brandon eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And, oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. From the gun on 3rd down, Brandon. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brooks. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. You know, you think back to what kind of parallels you can draw for what this young quarterback is trying to do, trying to lead a team to a national championship with so little experience. And the one name that I come back to, Cardell Jones at Ohio State back in the 2014 season. Very similar situation. Limited appearances through the first few years of his career. Then all of a sudden he's thrust into the national spotlight, just like this young man has been. And all Jones was able to do, well, win a national championship and then move on to a career in the NFL. So it can definitely happen.
Tight end right, tight end right. 4 down, check, check.
inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
2nd and 1. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense.
And this results in 6. Touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And LSU adds on to their advantage. That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career, but he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Clemson Tiger offense have to specify that. They're set for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10.
Come.
Cooper from the gun, he'll throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Cooper. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw is Cooper, operating from the gun. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now Cooper looks to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Cooper will look to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
The touch and time here are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Switch it, come on, switch it.
Delay of game. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A final shot before break. Brandon escaping the pressure right. He'll let it go deep for Streets. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
1st and 10, LSU. A final shot before break. Brandon, he's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. No Marcus Washington, no problem in the 1st half.
Let's go.
Hey, kid. Just checking in with you. How do you feel about the 1st half?
That's how we're playing. Let's go. We had a great 1st half. We keep doing what we're doing, we might win this thing.
There's a lot of wheeze in that sentence. It's a good thing to recognize your teammates. But you remember, you're leading the charge tonight, all right? So get out there and let's put this thing away. 2nd half. Let's go.
Hey, Coach, really good job out there in the 1st half. should have trusted you more. That's on me.
I'm over it. All that matters is the win.
All right. Can you handle it if I open up the playbook a little bit in the second half?
Let's do it.
Let's get him.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.
The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half in this semifinal matchup from Arlington. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengal Tiger offense, if we differentiate them, they are set for their next drive. And offensively here, you wouldn't know it by looking at it that Marcus Washington is not in the game.
That thought that maybe they would simplify the game plan?
Forget nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and he's going to go down again.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Off play action. Brandon, he'll buy some time right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. That is caught. He's got streets. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
He continues to make plays, and he looks terrific out there right now. But what I really liked, the way he's controlled this huddle, playing with a lot of confidence, and that confidence has been transmitted to the rest of the team.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. On 1st and 10, Brandon. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6. This one complete to Streets. And he will take this in. Touchdown LSU. Isaiah Streets, 40 yards. And LSU adds on to their advantage. Well, when we were setting up and going over our run-throughs early this afternoon, and I'm talking 6 hours before kickoff, we saw Isaiah Streets out there alone with just his young quarterback and center going through all sorts of different routes, making sure that they had everything ironed out, and it pays off there on the touchdown throw. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Clemson Tiger offense have to specify that. They're set for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he will take this in for a Clemson touchdown. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, That big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengal Tiger offense, if we differentiate them, they are set for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A good pickup there at 22. LSU with a 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Isaiah Street's the intended target, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Brandon. Slide. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation.
You see me out here?
First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and impress your new coaching staff, try to impress your locker room, and most importantly, yourself. Probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. But now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On 2nd down, Jewell. A gain there of 21 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
The throw over the middle taken in. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. Back now here on EA Sports as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now Cooper looking to throw on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Here's Cooper from the gun on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Cooper now on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Thomas the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Cooper. And this is Simpson with a catch. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Cooper. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and that'll bring up second down. Cooper to throw again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to bring up a third down. Back to throw. Cooper. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? Just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
And he will take this in for a Clemson touchdown from 17 yards out as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Bengal Tiger offense, if we differentiate them, they are set for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender,
it's caught inside the 25. And they rattle off a big one. 53 yards. 1st and 10, LSU. From the gun, Brandon flushed out right. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down. That one looks like he'll throw here. His throw caught at about the 5. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Operating from the gun, Brandon flush to his right. And he will have a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And LSU adds on to their advantage. I'm pretty sure that was a passing play, but he took off pretty quickly and ran with it.
Love his decisiveness on it because you're exactly right. He was supposed to go back in the pocket and survey the field and throw the football. But when that hole opened, he just said, forget it, let's go. And boy, did that work out well.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Clemson Tiger offense have to specify that. They're set for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Back to throw is Cooper. Throwing again. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. First down now, but that clock rolling. Looking to throw. Cooper. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Back to throw. Cooper. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he comes back with one complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown Clemson. Zacharias Thomas. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more.
And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown. Isaiah Streets, his second touchdown of the night. And LSU adds on to their advantage. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Clemson Tiger offense have to specify that. They're set for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Looking to throw. Cooper. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
We play to win. Let's go.
So on the strength of 2 touchdown passes in the first college start for their senior quarterback, the LSU Tigers are moving on to play for a national championship on Monday, January 7th.